The new Mantis X10 firearms performance system has all the goodness of the original, plus holster draw analysis and recoil analysis. It's a fantastic upgrade and I recommend it highly.
Hey guys, Brian Hill, Mantis Dry Fire Mondays, bringing you a new drill. I hope it'll help improve your dry practice, give you something a little more interesting to work on, give you some versatility and variety. Because it's really important in training that we don't just do the same thing over and over, more or less. That's what a lot of training is. We try to do more of the same thing or less of the same thing because we get burned out. So let's add something to it that's kind of interesting. We're going to talk about turning, all right? And this happens in the real world. You have to turn around, you have to do something. I may have to turn around and use my verbal skills against somebody. I may have to turn around and defend myself against a punch or an attack. Or I may have to turn around and draw my gun. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is how to turn around properly and efficiently. You know, there's no way to turn around, but you've been doing it your whole life. And we want to explore this now so that you don't have to invent something during the attack, because that's probably not going to be very good. So let's explore this and get a little idea. We want to be unconsciously competent about moving our feet. The truth of the matter is there's no such thing as stance. There is a platform, there is posture, but it is a fluid thing that whoever has the better footwork simply does a better job. Your feet are going to be moving. One foot may be in front of the other. Some of us really like to stand still, and some of us like to move. I'm one of those people. I do much better when I get some movement in my shooting. That's why I can't stand still in the video, and I drive some of you all crazy. And I really try to work on that, but I like a bit of movement. Today I get to move, so I'm super excited to do that with you guys. If somebody called your name on the street, you would simply turn around. You wouldn't think about it at all. Your eyes would come around, your head would come around, your shoulders, your hips, your feet, and you turn around and look at that person. But when we start talking about fighting, whether it's unarmed or with a knife or with a gun or a sap or pepper spray, suddenly we start turning really strange, you know, kind of like robots. We don't want to do that. So if I had my back to you guys, and some of you, you'll be really grateful. You don't have to look at me for a couple of seconds. I'm going to turn my back to you, and watch how I turn around. I just turn my head and my body follows. It's really that simple, all right? But the complicated part of this is, when do I draw the gun, okay? I want to draw after I turn, not before, because I need to see what I would be drawing to. If I draw the gun that way and I simply turn around with the gun like that, I'm going to muzzle everybody and everything. So I need to be really careful of that. All right, let's check my gun out. Make sure it's safe. Got dummy rounds in it. Got the beautiful P30L here. It is super empty. It's even more empty. I ran the decocker. I put these back in. Thank you to my tripod. He's doing an excellent job. He's a very brave guy. Stands in front of me. And we got a safe direction behind him. So everything's good. Everybody can relax now. Now I'm going to turn around from a quarter turn. So this is a left quarter turn. What I simply do is my head turns around, and I grab the gun and bring it up to my eye line. So that's a quarter turn to my left. Now I'm going to do a quarter turn to my right. So my head turns. Now sometimes I step forward, sometimes I step back. It would be dependent on the situation. Maybe a little extra step in that. But don't waste time on the draw. As I start to turn and I see what I need to, my hands go to the gun and the gun comes straight out to the target. Very important that pathway is driven straight to it. And this is where the Mantis really can be helpful to you, because it has the holster draw analysis and it shows you that path. So not only will your first shot be timed, but it'll show you your path. And if I was drawing from appendix, what would happen is it comes over this way, comes back this way, and it goes that way. If I'm drawing from strong side, it comes here and moves in front of my eye. We're going to see those paths. If you've done draw analysis, look at it before you start doing the turning. If you see a lot of wild swaying or an extra movement in there, you know you're not being efficient. You can simply clean that up. It's a great tool for that. It'll time you too. What should the time difference be on turns? 0.1 to 0.2, all right? 1/10 to 2/10 of a second is all it takes you to turn around. It's just not a very slow thing to do. People make it slower than it is. It's hard to train large groups to do this, but you're at home. You're in the safety of your training area, so you could practice turning and drawing into your safe direction. So let's see what it looks like from a 180. I'm going to turn my back to you guys. So nothing really changed. As I turned around, I began to clear the cover garment. I gripped the gun, and the gun came out of the holster and drove straight to the camera, in this case, straight to the target. Let's see what it looks like on the other side. Same thing. It's a straight movement. It's very easy to turn around. Just don't add anything extra. Let your eyes lead the movement. Let your hips and shoulders do it. Don't swing the gun around when you do it. And then practice. Now, here's how I practice this. I do 5 quarter turns on the right. I do 5 quarter turns on the left. Then I do 5 180 right turns. And I do 5 180 left turns. And that gives me 20 turns, and it makes me pretty good at this. If you have something that is inefficient in your draw, you're going to become more efficient because you're doing more things right now. And that's important. It's just like the difference. If you don't sprint, you're not going to be very good at it. When you first start sprinting, you have to run as fast as you can. You're going to stumble. In fact, you might fall. But your body's going to learn to be quick in that motion, and it's going to become more efficient. Things that don't serve you well will simply be let go of. So when I'm moving from here, I have to put all these timing things together in order to get that gun right up to the eyes. All right. Like I said, for me, movement is freedom. I love it. I feel good when I do it. I hope you will too. And I hope this will expand your dry practice a little bit. I did running right and left last time. Now we've done turning. And I'm going to work on how to back up appropriately because it does happen in fights. So we have to know how to do that next. Please practice this, all right? And get it as a part of your dry practice. You'll be amazed at the benefits of adding some movement to it. It's really important in a fight. As always, my mantra is measure, refine, and perform. And that's what you got to do to get better at this. You've got to measure what you're doing, use the Mantis to do that, then refine it, get rid of everything that doesn't serve you, and then perform it as quickly as you can. Thanks for watching Active Self-Protection Extra. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you have a comment, please let me know, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. I appreciate it. Thanks, ASP team, for letting me be on here, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next Monday. Have a good week of practice, and I hope this really improves your training schedule.